Well, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I was looking in my dream book and I was like, I know I had a dream about people getting stuck at airports. They were just nowhere to go. They were stuck at airports, not looking good. And it was before Thanksgiving because I remember it was around Thanksgiving. Because I'm like, well, Thanksgiving I think was a few days away at the time I did a video. I'm pretty sure we talked about this. But then nothing really happened. No, Thanksgiving went on. There was not really anybody stuck at an airport for the most part. Like, no, Joe, think your dream, you missed it. I'm going, no, I can't, because I know when I'm getting a dream that's just a dream now. I know this, and then I'm getting a dream that's they're giving you a download, future event coming, get ready for it. But Thanksgiving came and went. But at the same time, I've had dreams, and it's not like they had to come true the next day. Sometimes it was a few months later, and I go, oh my God, there's that. Sometimes it was soon after. So I'm like, I'm looking in the back of my book. I go, where's it at? There's the beginning of January. There's November. There's the middle, the latter part. There's December. I got lazy. I guess I missed it. I just skipped it. I missed it somehow. But I'm pretty sure I did a video on that. So some of you will be like, oh yeah, I remember that. So I just heard just now, Delta and another one. It wasn't American Airlines, I don't think. I think it was Delta and one of the other airlines are canceling flights so far, right? So far on Christmas Eve and for Christmas, which is Friday as well. One was like 181 flights. One was like 82 flights, something. I forget the exact numbers. And that's just for now. And they're claiming due to staff shortages and Omicron variant, which hasn't killed anybody in the U.S. yet. Oh yeah, the guy in Texas. No. Wrong. As Trump might say. He had COVID, Omicron, they said, but he didn't die of it. He had some other issue that killed him. Oh. Didn't stop a bunch of lefties from going with that one, including CNN. Oops. But anyways, I'm going back for that. Where was that at? I remember I did this. It's got to be my book. No, I just didn't write it down. I guess I just said, no, F it. And maybe days went by and I go, well, it didn't happen anyway, so no need to put it in the dream book, I guess. But I should have. Because here we are a month later, essentially. Literally about a month later. From right around that time I had the dream. And I just got the news today that there's cancellation. So I'm just going to quickly, for a second, I'm going to share another thing with you in a second. You're going to find this interesting. Go to my YouTube channel, because I want to see, did I title a video from back then, right around this time last month. And I can do that real quick. Content. YouTube. What date was that? November 21st. Okay. Had a dream last night. Lots of people. There it is. November 21st, 2021. Had a dream last night. You click on it. Lots of people stuck at the airport. So here's the scene. There's my video. Lots of people stuck at the airport. That was my dream. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And another interesting thing, I was looking through my Patreon to tell you something I'm about to tell you. I found another post on November 12th. My mom, psychic, my mom did a little reading for me. And at the end of my personal reading, I said, well, this is something I could share with everybody because it's like about the world. And she goes, look, this eclipse that's coming up, it's going to have, we'll have the earth shaking, and I see fires. Tempers will flare in many places. I see more volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, which we've had, of course, shocker. Watch the politicians, writers, newscasters, etc. It's her words. Many will be prosecuted and many will be held accountable for deceptions in the past. So, did two CNN producers get in big trouble here since then? Yep. Interesting. That would be a, newscaster, CNN, hey, okay. Interesting. I thought, well, yeah, she gave me that. So, the other thing was, I'll just have you take a look at my screen. I just want to share, be fair. You can see the dates I post stuff on Patreon. Okay, there's the one I just talked about, November 12th, and again November 12th, just a little bit later. I did get an interesting dream last night. I remember helping someone remove an engine from a small farm, and the next word is tractor. And I have the dream book here, so I'll read it. I'll read it. Story time with J Step 4. Dreamed I helped someone remove a tractor engine. Then I woke up, but thought there was more to the dream. Then I remembered seeing a girl looking down at her phone and saying the crypto market was crashing. Then other people started looking at their phones and checking. So I wrote that, and now I just want to, I kind of forgot about that. So I was, again, looking through this, I go, wait a minute, I got to give myself a little credit on this one. So here's the 12th. This is the daily chart. So each candle here, each one is a day. That would have been the 11th, right? I had the dream on the 11th, woke up on the 12th, wrote the dream down. So here it is. We had a top of $8. I'm just looking at theta, but the rest of the market looks similar. $8.16. Nice wick down, same day, as I'm having the dream, essentially, to $6.50. But then it recovered, right? I mean, all this wick down, it recovered right back where it was into the, $7.50 zone, close to 8, right? Not too bad. But then down, a little bit back up, and then we had the big crash, the big one, where we got down. And again, this is now recently, right? December the 4th. So there's the 5th, there's the 4th. That was when we had the big crash. That thing got down to like 367. From 816. Cut that in half, you're at 4 something, right? 408. We got down to 370. Or 369, 367. I had a dream on the 12th of November. Again, right here. That some girl was looking out at her phone at the crypto market and it was crashing, and she was letting everybody know, like, oh my God, the market's crashing. I remember it now that I'm rereading this. I remember it now. And other people, because she said it, everyone around her was like, oh, let me look at mine. And everyone was like looking at their phones like, oh shit, because of what she just said. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and post that. I'm going to post on my Patreon. And then we have one hell of a crash in crypto. 2 weeks later, basically, or approximately. So it was the 12th. Well, I say the 12th. It was more than 2 weeks. To the 3rd of December. Well, call it whatever you want. 12. 7 plus 7 is 14. And just about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So that was interesting. But more interesting, I'm going to type it now. Christmas flights canceled. Just to see what top stories. Fox News, the Washington Compost, the failing New York Times. Christmas up 9 minutes ago. New York Times. Christmas Eve flights canceled. Times Square celebration scaled, I guess, back. Washington Compost. United canceled more than 200. Oh no, it's up to 200. It was 187 when I checked it a little while ago. And I go, I think I'm going to do this video. Cancel more than 200 Christmas Eve flights as Omicron hits staff. Yeah, the variant that is milder than Delta. There was no shutdown because of Delta. Major commercial airlines, United and Delta, I knew there was two, said they would cancel dozens of flights on Christmas Eve, citing staff shortages stemming from Omicron-fueled surge in coronavirus cases. Cases sweeping the country. Breakthrough case, another breakthrough. How many breakthrough cases are there? Where's the like quantifying or the qualifying number that says when we hit this number, we can't use the word breakthrough anymore because it's just too many people getting it. In other words, too many vaccinated people getting it. Oops, sorry. You need a 4th shot, second follow-up shot, I just love it. I love it. Like my mom said about this, people getting exposed for corruption and past stuff. The news is in your face if you're paying attention. And then all the Democrats who just recently got COVID. Oh, I got mild symptoms, but I'm sure glad I got vaccinated. You should get your vaccination too. Listen, if I got polio or measles or something, and I had 3 effing shots, and a booster, or 2 shots and a booster, however you want to look at it. Because some, Israel, we're going to do 4 shots and another second booster, so that's 2 boosters and 4, whatever. If I did 2 shots or 3 shots and a booster for any effing thing, and I still got it, well, it was mild, I better not even know I have it. Well, I still got it, I still tested positive, but you know what? I didn't have any symptoms. Felt great. Okay, well, that's okay. You still tested positive, but didn't do anything? Well, yeah. Sounds like it's working. Well, I had mild cases, some people hospitalized. Well, breakthrough only. Breakthrough cases, they're being hospitalized. And then I read yesterday, 90,000 breakthrough cases, I think it was Canadian, something or another. I'm pretty sure you can't use the word ever. 90,000, and then the next to it, breakthrough. Like us, there's a few cases. There's a few breakthrough cases that just, went against what we thought. I don't think you can say 90,000 in the same sentence as breakthrough. Be honest with you. So, anyways, that was 11:44 at night. 11:44. So, anyways, what else do I got in my dream book? Why stop now? Where did this page come from? Where'd you sneak out of? How'd that happen? That's like way at the back. I'm nowhere near there. What else do we have? Dreamed I was walking up a tower-like building, several stories, and looking out over the New Mexico mountain, my favorite mountain, at a couple of areas I wanted to explore. Reminded me of the Donna Ana area, which has sharp turns and the dirt roads, but I remember seeing areas that I already explored. So maybe this was in the other mountain range I'm in. I remember an uphill road quite steep, like a hook. And then I drew a little picture of what it looked like at the time in case I come across this. Had a dream we moved into a new house with lots of property. We got a horse, and 2 different black neighbors offered to take the horse to their property when we leave. Like it was a vacation house or something, I guess. Horse was gray in color. 12/12, which was a couple weeks ago, 21. Dreamed about large propane tanks on the ground in a few rows exploding. And I had a dream about propane tanks exploding. I don't know if it was earlier this year or late last year. I forget now. And then it happened. Remember the tanks were flying all over the place? A propane truck blew up somewhere in New York on a highway. Freaking propane tanks are flying like rockets. Interesting. This one was interesting. This was 2-3 days ago. I had a dream I was with my friend Tito in New Mexico, and what I thought was his father, which actually looked like my friend Larry and Amy, the trike people, fly those trikes. His dad, Larry's dad. And also Tito's brother was there. He was like a real muscular guy. His brother was digging on the side of an embankment under a tree, which was higher on the embankment. His brother was telling me a story about, I think, Fort Selden. He said an Indian told him the story and something about little green things on the ground scattered in front of the Fort Selden. And what else we got? Let's go back a page. Yeah, story time with Jason M4. I mean, you ain't do nothing, son. It's Christmas Eve. You gotta go wig. You gotta work tomorrow. What are you in a hurry for? This was October 13th, however. I'll start there. Felt like I worked at a gas station and was manipulating some sprinkler heads so they did not get people wet as they walked by. Off to the right, I see a big tunnel made for cars to go through. It is flooding with huge amounts of water. I climb the ladder to the top of my RV, and the water almost gets as high up as I am. I then remember some blonde girl taking me around town to the shopping centers. The buildings looked different from America, like American structures. I wonder if this was in London or somewhere in that part of the world. And I may have mentioned this one to you guys. This one will be interesting because we're pretty much entering winter now, you know what I mean? And there was just a really big bad pileup that just happened, but not what I'm about to read you. Had a dream, this was on the 3rd of November, had a dream, a car swerved off-road. Lots of snow, iced up roads. People were making fires outside their cars to stay warm. Seems like major highways were having stopped traffic due to ice and snow. So people were stuck for many hours, and then I put days, question mark? They were making fires on the side of the road because they could not get off the side of the road. They were stuck. And I guess everybody was stuck. Now I remember this. I don't know why I didn't get more detail than I wrote. I remember this dream. Somebody, I felt like I was with work, like old work friends or something. And this lady was driving. And I'm like, telling her, slow down. You're driving like too crazy. The roads are, wet and icy and this and that. And like screaming at her. She's really getting that really dangerous. I remember starting to scream at her. I mean, like, furious screaming at her. And boom, slides off the road. Off we go. Mother effer, son of a bitch. I told you, no. We get out. I'm looking out like we're stuck. We're not getting out of here. Like, God dang it. Turn around. Oh, shit. They're next to me. Actually, I turned to the left. Holy shit, there's people right there. They have a fire going. There's like wood and shit on the side. They're like making a fire on the side of the road in snow. Well, I mean, the area's in snow, but not necessarily right where they were sitting. And I realized in the dream, oh my God, there's other cars here. They're doing the same thing. They're lighting effing fires, so they don't freeze to death. So I'm just gonna say, again, my dreams. This is a story time with J Step 4. I mean, I've got so many dreams I could backlog right now and read you, and then my other book that I started initially before I got this book. Not that I'm going to, but that was an interesting one, And again, the thing with the air flights that getting canceled. I thought, well, I guess I'm pretty sure Spirit showed me some people stuck at an airport, like they're camping out. You're not just gonna wait a few hours to get on a plane. You're gonna be here for a while, and that's kind of what I saw, anyways. And then it didn't happen. Well, Joe, here's Thanksgiving. You got this dream, a week in advance or whatever it was, or more. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of went pretty smooth, didn't it? Thanksgiving went pretty smooth. But now all of a sudden it's not. And those are two woke airlines at your service. And there's some other woke airlines coming up at your service. American Airlines being one of them. Don't be surprised if you hear, oh, American 2. Yeah, they're canceling some flights too. Don't be surprised. People stuck, airports, whatever. Now I realize flights are canceling, but again, I mean, today's the 23rd. They're saying they're canceling flights for Thursday and Friday, I think. But again, people may still be heading to the airport thinking they're going to get on some other flights, and then all of a sudden they're sitting there and, oh my God, a whole bunch of other flights got canceled. And it may not be for the same BS reason of Omicron, but it could be something else, whatever it may be. Oh, it's snowing terribly at the other airports you guys are trying to get to. We can't even land the planes. Oh, okay, you're stuck down in Jabroni land. So, at any rate, I just want to share that little bit of information with you. Talk to you later.